Here we go.
Hey, what is up, guys? It is Slickmuff here, back again with another video, and I gotta say, I have a really good feeling about this year. Why is this year gonna be such a great year? Well, this just so happens to be the year that we're getting for the first time ever, a standalone Joker movie. The greatest, that's right, the greatest comic book villain of all time, the greatest entertainment villain ever created in entertainment history, is getting his own movie for the very first time. I mean, that is something that's incredible. So, before we get into this video, just leave a like on the video. We're growing by about 80 to 100 new subscribers each day on the channel, doing daily uploads each day at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you all so much for tuning in and watching the channel. A like goes a long way. So, let's get into the topic of today's video. And we're talking about the Joker movie. What do I want to see in this film? And I actually wrote out a few things here. And then I wrote out the notes. And then I checked the movie description, and I realized that some of the things that I put are not feasible, but most are. So let me get my notepad out here. So the first part that I wrote about was something that is not going to happen, and that is a Batman-Joker fight. And it's not going to happen because Batman is just a kid in this movie. But this begs the question, how are they going to do the killing joke? Because Batman is present when Joker falls into the acid vat of chemicals.
Hey, run! This is all screwed up! Run! Which way?
I can't see where I'm going!
Ah, you useless son of a bitch! I'm not the guy you want. It's him. He's our ringleader. He's the Red Hood. He's pulling a gun.
No!
Stop!
No more shooting. I'll take care of this my way.
It's that human bat guy! Dear God, what did I do to deserve this?
So, Red Hood, we meet again.
Stay away from me! Don't come any closer, you monster!
I'm itching all over. What's that?
So this is actually a nice change, because this is my biggest problem with the Killing Joke. Actually, I have a lot of problems with it, but this is one of my biggest problems. And one of my biggest problems is that the Joker is falling over the rail into the vat of acid, and Batman is literally just like watching him fall. He doesn't try to grapple him and save him before he falls into the vat of acid. He just lets him fall. And this, I believe, could make the Joker a bit vengeful, but you don't want the Joker to be vengeful. It seems like he is vengeful of Batman, but he doesn't actually think that Batman ruined his life, because he didn't.
You truly are incorruptible, aren't you? Huh? You won't kill me out of some misplaced sense of self-righteousness. And I won't kill you, because you're just too much fun.
And even more so, he doesn't hate Batman. That's a very important dimension that they have to understand. And I don't think that you should go the dimension of him hating Thomas Wayne. And we know that Thomas Wayne is going to be in the movie. I do not think you should go that direction at all. Because if you turn the Joker into simply a character that hates the Wayne's family, oh great, you're just like every other Batman villain. You know, you're just like the Penguin, you're just like Two-Face, you're just like blah 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 blah, all the way down the line. Just like Hush, especially Hush is the biggest character example. So please do not do that. I know you're putting Thomas Wayne in the movie. Don't try to make him be like, oh, he shut down his comedy stints and that kind of thing. So in case you don't know, the Joker, he tried to be a comedian. He was a failed comedian, and then he got into crime, and he fell into the vat of acid and became the Joker. Okay, so that's the Killing Joke in the canon. That's the canon basically of how that story is told. They might change some things up. we'll just have to wait and see. So anyway, I did want to see a Batman fight. We're not going to see it because Batman's not going to be in the movie. That's okay. Who else can we put in the movie to make me happy as the nerdy comic book fan that I am? It's very simple. Other Batman villains. So we're talking Penguin, Court of Owls, Killer Croc, maybe Two-Face, really anybody. You know, this movie takes place in the 80s. It doesn't matter. I don't care. Put Penguin in there. Cobblepot's alive. Put Hush in there. Put Court of Owls, Killer Croc. Like I said, any of those guys I would be very happy with. If you can somehow manage that the Joker's trying to steal from the Court of Owls. The Court of Owls is an aristocratic organization that has a lot of money in Gotham. That would be very interesting, so I would be down with that. Turning into the Joker, I do want to see the acid vat of chemicals. That would be a very good scene to me, explaining why his skin turns white. Now, I think that they might be going the Heath Ledger direction, where they're trying to show that he actually paints his face white. He was not bleached by acid. So that's a potentiality. I acknowledge that, but we'll see how that goes. I would like to see an Ace Chemicals heist scene, though. That would be great. So, like I said, other villains that I want to see. Penguin, Court of Owls, Killer Croc, Two-Face, Hush would be good. I'm trying to think of other ones. Harley. Harley would be really good. Now, she's going to be on the young side of this. We could maybe get her when she's in college, because Joker's going to be mid-20s. Harley's younger than the Joker. So Harley's going to be, you know, late teens, which is fine. You know, as long as she's 18, it's legal, boys. Come on now. Okay. I think that the worst thing that they could do is just have this be like a crime heist movie. Now, it would have the Joker, and it would still be interesting, but you've got to include these other comic book elements, because this is, as I mentioned, the most popular comic book villain of all time, and dare I say, the most iconic villain and the best villain ever created in entertainment history. So he has all these connections in the canon since the 1930s. And to ignore all that and be like, well, we're going to make our new story and not include all that comic book stuff, that would be a huge mistake for them to make. Absolutely huge. So you have to talk about his interactions with other Batman villains. I don't care that it's in the 80s and that it's origin. Doesn't matter. I know that Cobblepot is alive in the 80s. He's old as shit. He's in this movie, alive in the time. If you don't include him in there, it's your mistake. Harley Quinn, she's young. Put her in there. Don't care. You've got to do that. That would be a huge mistake if they don't incorporate these characters, okay? So, and childhood would be very interesting to see. You know, how is he being raised? What is his family situation like? We know it wasn't good, but a lot of people have bad family situations and they don't turn into maniacal killing clowns. So you have to explain what is so different about the situation. Is it a psychiatric or genetic predisposition to psychiatric illness? Is it something environmental? You know, the environmental situation that he was thrust into was so terrible that anyone would go that mad, which is the whole idea, right? One bad day. That's the motto, right? All it takes is one bad day and you're changed forever. You'll go over the cliff and you'll be like the Joker. You'll be like Batman.
You know, my father used to beat me up pretty badly.
Anything except that.
Every time I got out of line, bam! Or sometimes I'd be just sitting there doing nothing. Pow! Pops tended to favor the grape, you see.
Uh-huh.
All that stuff would be very interesting to me. And once again, I just think it would be so cool to see that classic Killing Joke scene. Not shooting Barbara Gordon, but falling into the acid vat. I think it would be very cool to see Jim Gordon in the movie. Hopefully they do that as well. In the 80s, he would be a young commissioner, okay? So it takes him about 30 years to get into the peak of his career. At this point in the movie, he would be in, you know, the police force as a recruit maybe even, okay? So we could go that direction as well. I just really, out of this movie, I just want the comic book stuff. I really do. And I'm not saying that don't change anything from The Killing Joke, because The Killing Joke is heavily criticized. A lot of people do not respect it being in the canon, because quite frankly, the whole idea of the Joker is that he's not supposed to have an origin. So you can do this as an Elseworlds type story, but the thing that you can't do is pretend that the Joker is not a comic book character. You cannot pretend that he's just another psychopath, okay? You just can't do it. He is not that way. He is his own comic book character, and he exists within this broader DC universe, and you have to do your best to incorporate that. So anyway, guys, I hope you all have enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought about it in the comment section below. What more would you like to see from the Joker movie in 2019? Let me know in the comment section below. And I cannot wait to get that trailer. Also, I just put up this new Joker and Batgirl Arkham Knight Matter of Family DLC poster. That's going to be behind my streaming setup, which is going to be right here. And that stuff is all coming in a week, so stay tuned for that. I'm not going to be streaming in a week. I'll be streaming in 2.5 weeks once I get everything, because everything's coming in at different times. Like my PC, I think, is coming in a couple days, but the PC's no good without the monitor and the desk and the green screen. So I'm going to wait for everything to get here, get everything set up, and have a banging first stream. So thank you all so much for watching. Once again, my name is Slickmoth. Like the video if you enjoyed. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video at 5 p.m.